Join John now as he reads Revelation chapter 13, verses 11 through 18, New King James Version.
Rev 13, 11, 18, and KJV. Verse 11. Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. Verse 12. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Verse 13. He performs great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Verse 14. And he deceives those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he was granted to do in the sight of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast who was wounded by the sword and lived. Verse 15. He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak,
bow down and worship me,
and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. 16. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads. Verse 17. And that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 6666.
I sure would, Bill. I think verses 16, 17 should be combined. Rev 13, 16, 17, NKJV. Verse 16. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads. And verse 17, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name throughout history. However, my interpretation of this verse is symbolic. The false prophet is another beast from the earth, symbolizing a civilized society. It has a lamb-like appearance but speaks like a dragon, representing both pagan and Christian persecuting powers. This beast has 2 horns, indicating authority in 2 realms, and aligns with the first beast's message. It embodies the revival of paganism in a Christianized form, and coincides with the healing of the first beast's deadly wound. The rise of the false prophet is marked by the emergence of many false prophets in the last days. The beast symbolizes cunning and intellectual culture, representing spiritual power and knowledge. Both beasts serve the worldly anti-Christian power, with the dragon giving power to the first beast and spirit to the second. The second beast's culture and wisdom intensify its infernal character, promoting various ideologies. The papacy's claim to dual power is a type of the twofold beast, with the Antichrist as the final form.
I take a more pragmatic view of Revelation 13, 16, 17. These verses describe that the beast government will require everyone to receive a mark, similar to how masters branded their slaves or soldiers marked themselves with their general symbol. This mark on the right hand or forehead will be necessary to buy or sell, symbolizing total allegiance to the beast. This practice mirrors historical instances, such as Antiochus Epiphanes, branding Jews with the ivy leaf symbol of Bacchus, 2 Maccabees 6-7, 3 Maccabees 2:29. In contrast, God's servants are sealed with his name on their foreheads, Revelation 7:3, 14:1, 22:4, Galatians 6:17. As Augustine noted, the mark signifies the submission of intellectual and physical powers to the beast's control. The mark may not be visible, but it is somewhat symbolic of allegiance, similar to the sign of the cross in popery. The number of the beast's name, 666, implies a numerical meaning, representing the beast's identity, Revelation 13:18.
In summary, our commentators provide valuable insights into Revelation 13, verses 16 through 17, emphasizing the mark's role in signifying allegiance to the beast and its economic and spiritual implications. Their commentaries complement each other by offering both historical context and theoretical analysis.
Revelation 13:18 NKJV. Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666.
Calculate the number of the beast, 6666. Various historical figures have been suggested as the Antichrist by calculating the numerical value of their names to 666. Examples include the Pope, John Knox, Martin Luther, Napoleon, Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, etc. Different interpretations and methods for unlocking the number are numerous and confusing. Reference: Revelation 13:18, Interpretations of 666. Pool 666 is the square root of 25, suggesting the Antichrist is a political body. Trap 6666 signifies the duration of the Antichrist's reign, combined with Satan's 1,000-year binding. Clark 666 represents the Latin kingdom, Roman numerals, adding I, V, X, L, C, and D equals 666, suggesting a Roman Antichrist. Reference: Revelation 13:18, number of a man. Early church opinion identified the Antichrist with Caesar Nero using a variant spelling. 666 may be a satanic counterpart to Jesus, whose Greek letters add up to 888, signifying an unholy trinity. Reference: Revelation 13:18. Solomon's wages. 1 Kings 10:14 mentions Solomon receiving 666 talents of gold yearly, suggesting the Antichrist may be a good man corrupted over time. Reference: 1 Kings 10:14. Modern interpretations. The Antichrist may not be an obviously evil figure from birth, but someone whose evil is revealed after rising to power. Reference: 2 Thessalonians 2:3-4. Christians and 666. Christians should not fear 666 superstitiously, but note the world's attachment to the number.
How you have said, Bill, these verses are complex. As Dave has read this verse to us, I will jump into my interpretation of verse 18. This is a lengthy interpretation, but I have tried to summarize it as much as possible. I will break down this verse into key words and phrases: wisdom, interpretation. Wisdom is the armor against the second beast, just as patience and faith are against the first. Spiritual wisdom is necessary to solve the mystery of iniquity and avoid being misled. The phrase "count the number of the beast" implies that this number can be calculated or counted. Supporting scripture. Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The number of a man interpretation. The number is that of a man, meaning it is counted as men generally count. This aligns with the usage in Revelation 21:17. Supporting scripture. Revelation 21:17. And he measured the wall thereof, 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. 666. Interpretation. Various manuscripts write the number 6666 differently. The number may symbolize the Latin language and the forced unity of the Church of Rome. It may also connect to the Hebrew letters of Balaam, representing high spiritual knowledge corrupted to satanic ends. Supporting scripture. Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The number of a man. Interpretation. The number is that of a man, meaning it is counted as men generally count. This aligns with the usage in Revelation 21:17. Supporting scripture. Revelation 21:17. And he measured the wall thereof, 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. 666. Interpretation. Various manuscripts write the number 666 differently. The number may symbolize the Latin language and the forced unity of the Church of Rome. It may also connect to the Hebrew letters of Balaam, representing high spiritual knowledge corrupted to satanic ends. Supporting scripture. Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The church number versus the world number interpretation. The number 144,000, 12 squared and multiplied by 1,000, symbolizes the church, while 666 symbolizes the world given over to judgment. The number 10 represents the world, raised to the power of 3, the number of God. Supporting scripture, Revelation 7:4, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 140 and 4,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. The mark and the name, interpretation. The mark and name of the beast are one and the same. Antichrist adopts a symbol similar to Christ's, but not identical. The Chach, X, saint in Antichrist's symbol. 666 contrasts with Chach, R, saint in Christ's. Supporting scripture, Matthew 22:20. And he saith unto them, whose is this image and superscription?
This has been a fascinating discussion of the closing verse of Revelation 13. And with that, we will end this film. I would like to thank David Guzik, Aaron Fawcett, and Adam Clark for their insightful interpretations. I hope to see you all next Sunday at 9:30 a.m. at Fellowship Bible Church. Until then, God bless.